Hello dear chess friends, I'm International Master Andrey Ostrovskiy and you're welcome to the series of lessons dedicated to the essentials of Queen Endgames. In this lesson we start with the basics with the Queen versus Pawn cases. If it is possible to blockade the passed pawn, the win is very simple. In this position that you see on the board, Queen simply goes to h1, blockading the pawn, and now we can see the main achievement of this blockade. So Black simply has no active plan. So Black no longer has a chance to promote the pawn, which makes his position completely hopeless. So White's task is just to get closer with the king and to win the pawn. Let's have a look how it works. So king g3, king b6, king h3, king g3, king d4, king h3, king e3, king g3. Well, Black gains the opposition, but it doesn't matter. So just a wait and move, forcing the king back to h3. And now king goes to f4, controlling g3 square, which forces the king to h4, which already loses the control over the passed pawn, and queen simply grabs it. In this particular case, this immediately leads to a checkmate, but the pawn can occupy other files. We should remember that if it is possible to blockade the passed pawn, the strongest side easily wins regardless of which file the pawn occupies. Let's have a look on the other example. In this situation, we deal with the central pawn, and we can notice that compared to the previous example, White can't blockade the pawn. So in such a situation, the strongest side needs the patience and knowing of basic mechanisms. So such a position is also winning. So first of all, we have to understand that the strongest side has to be accurate because almost on every move, this threat of the promotion exists. So White has to act carefully. First of all, White needs to get closer with the queen. It is possible to achieve with the help of several checks and the moves that stop the promotion of the pawn. So queen f8 check, king g2, queen goes to e7. This move stops the promotion and forces the king back. Queen goes to f6 check again, king goes to g2, and queen goes to e5. We can notice the first mechanism. So White uses the squares of the same color and gets closer with each move. King goes to f2, queen f4 check, king goes to g2, queen goes to e3. And now, in addition to attacking the pawn and stopping it, the queen also controls f2 square, which was occupied by the king. This forces the king to the first rank. It is the only way to protect e2 pawn and to regain the threat of the promotion. And now we deal with the first important pattern. So queen gives the check from f3, and this check forces the king to e1. Otherwise, pawn drops. So king has to go to e1, and it is actually a very bad position for Black. Why? Because Black blockades the own pawn, which means there is no longer a threat of the promotion. So White has the very important tempo. So how to use this tempo, how to use this great moment. Of course, it makes no sense to make a move with the queen because White can't really achieve anything with the help of only queen. So the queen needs the help from the king. And we can see that the king is placed badly on a7. So it is the great moment to improve the position of the king. And the best move here is king b6. So king simply gets closer to the pawn. White's main plan is to be close enough just to win this pawn, to attack it twice with the king and the queen. King goes to d2, regaining the threat of the promotion. And now to achieve the time for the next improvement of the king, White needs to repeat the procedure, which leads to this king e1 move, after which pawn e2 is blockaded. So it is possible again to make with a series of checks, but another interesting possibility is to start with the pinning pawn. So queen goes to f2, another way to stop the pawn. And this again forces Black to make the only move, king to d1, because if king goes to the third rank, to the d3 square, this loses a control over e1 square, and queen simply blockades the pawn, and this leads to the pattern we discussed in the previous example, which is an easy win. So king goes to d1, now queen d4 check, king goes to c2, queen goes to e3, once again attacking the pawn, and controlling this square on the second rank, which forces the king to the first one. And after queen d3, again, the king is forced to e1, which gives white the time to improve the king's position, and king gets closer. So then white repeats, so the pin, check, controlling the second rank, check, forcing the king to e1, and getting closer with the king. So here the king is close enough to create decisive threats. So after king d2, there is no longer a need in repeating the procedure. It's possible to check from d3 immediately because this square is already controlled. And after king e1, king goes to e3, attacking e2 pawn second time, and this pawn drops. After king f1, queen takes e2, and it will be a checkmate in 2 moves. So, as we can see, if the pawn can be blockaded, it is an easy win. If the pawn can't be blockaded, it is also the win for the strongest side, but, well, it takes time. But honestly, this works smoothly only in case the strongest side fights the pawns on the central file or with knight's pawns, so pawns on b file or g file. So in case the strongest side fights with outside pawns, like on the H or A files or C and F files, there are some very important features which make these cases special ones. So with these features, we will deal in the next lesson. Thanks a lot for your attention.